Hello, I'm Elliot with Advective Weather, and today we're going to be taking a look at Cyclone Freddy. So the situation with Cyclone Freddy is not that different from what it was yesterday. It's currently passing to the north of Mauritius and La Reunion, and bringing probably some gusty winds and rainfall to those islands. However, the impacts there are not expected to be very significant. Our main concern, however, is the impacts to Madagascar. Freddy's expected to make landfall there within a day or so, probably as a major hurricane equivalent cyclone, and of course this brings many concerns including storm surge, high winds, and rainfall flooding. After it makes landfall over Madagascar, it's expected to enter the Mozambique Channel, probably re-strengthen into a hurricane equivalent system due to the very favorable conditions there, and possibly make a landfall over Mozambique. So, folks there should be preparing as well. So, the current conditions. As of 18 UTC today, Freddy's located at 19.2 degrees south and 55 degrees east, and is currently moving west-southwest at about 15 to 20 knots. And the Joint Typhoon Warning Center has estimated 1-minute sustained winds of 115 knots, which is 130 miles an hour, which is the equivalent of a low-end Category 4 cyclone. Meteo France has estimated 10-minute sustained winds of 105 knots, which is an intense tropical cyclone on their scale, and a central pressure of 945 millibars. Meteo France also does expect Freddy to re-strengthen into a very intense tropical cyclone for the Madagascar landfall, which is very concerning due to the fact that it does have the potential to do so, given the waters there are very warm, about 29 degrees Celsius, and there's going to be very little wind shear there as well. So if it does complete the eye wall replacement cycle that we're seeing currently, it does have a chance to re-strengthen once more before it makes landfall. Here's some visible imagery of Freddy. As you can see, the eye is still very pronounced, and that's indicative of an intense storm. However, the eye is shrinking, and that is indicative of an eye wall replacement cycle ongoing, and it's still unclear whether it's going to be able to finish the eye wall replacement cycle before it does make landfall. And even if it does, weaken a lot, it'll still be a very dangerous storm due to the fact that the wind field will expand during the course of the eye wall replacement cycle, and that will enhance storm surge impacts for the coastline of Madagascar. So let's take a look at the weather models now. The GFS once again has initialized Freddy pretty weak, too weak even, and it does show significant weakening before it makes landfall over Madagascar, probably only doing so as a Category 1 judging by the central pressure that the GFS shows. However, it does re-enter the Mozambique Channel and strengthens into a hurricane equivalent system there before making landfall near Beira, which is a little concerning since Beira is a very populated city and they did experience Cyclone Day back in 2019, so we do know that they are very vulnerable to cyclones such as this. The Euro does have a stronger solution for Freddy in the short term, initializing at a much more realistic pressure and making landfall over Madagascar as a major equivalent cyclone, which is what the official forecasts do expect. It also does make landfall over Mozambique, however further south, probably a couple degrees south of Beira, and it does get a little stronger in the Mozambique Channel before doing so. So the main threat to Mozambique should probably be storm surge flooding as well as flooding from heavy rainfall. So do watch out for that there. So what can you do to prepare? Always follow official guidance for accurate and up-to-date forecasts, and if you're at risk for cyclone impacts especially. For Cyclone Freddy, the two agencies covering the storm are going to be Meteo France and the Joint Typhoon Warning Center. Both of these agencies issue updates every 6 to 12 hours, and they'll always be pretty much up to date, so it is imperative that you check them for official information. And if you don't know if you should evacuate or otherwise prepare for a storm, always consult your local officials. They know the best way for your area to prepare. They know your area the best, and they should give you a plan. So that's about all for today. Thank you for watching. If you want to subscribe, that would be very much appreciated. And we also have a Discord, so feel free to join our community and chat with our team. I'll be in there. So yeah, that's all for today, and have a wonderful day.